I'm sure you learned from through your childhood on what you want to be when you're in the fatherhood and the journey of being a father. So to dive into your childhood, like you said, you play sports. Um, you were living. It was just you and your mom's, right?
No, it was me and my mom's and my sister and my little brother.
Okay.
You know, my father. Was married couple. Good jobs. Middle class people. Whatever. Um, my parents divorced. I grew up in Compton. Um,
What age did you become active in the gang banging?
maybe 15, 14, 15.
Okay.
Like I said, you try to grow up with a normal childhood. You grow up watching cartoons on Saturdays, eating cereal and playing with your cousins and friends. And, I played football as a youth and, all of that, Christmases and fun times and traveling across the country on family reunions. But, sometimes when you grow up in areas where it's infested with gangs and drugs and, police brutality and, shit like that, sometimes you get overwhelmed by the streets and whatever. And especially if, like I said, my mom's worked her ass off. So for that, we were unsupervised. You know
Yeah.
what kids get into when kids get into a lot of shit when they are unsupervised. Fortunately, mine's was gang banging and selling dope. That's what I got into, you know. The dreams of being the normal kid, I don't know, some kids can stick with that dream through hard times, but, a lot of us, with, no fathers in the home and influenced by what's down the street and, your homeboy's big brother is banging and hanging and, and all you see is you see the positives from the negative. You get me? Is it negative to be selling dope and gang banging and all that shit? Yeah,
Right.
but them niggas got all the money and the bitches and the cars.
Right. And this was the '80s too.
So you get influenced by that, and so
Yeah.
that's what my turn was there. Did I see being normal as the way to go? Hell nah. Being normal looked like struggling like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Being normal in the household was your mom struggling to pay bills and living in poverty and shit like
Right.
that. So who wants to be normal? Shit, I want to be rich and in fancy cars and gold chains and all the bitches on me. So I'm influenced by the niggas down the street. I'm no longer influenced by the 9 to 5 motherfucker
Right.
or the nigga going to get the paycheck and being normal or the superhero or with the cape on and saving all the people and shit. Ain't influenced by that shit. I'm influenced by reality. And reality is that shit is make believe and that shit is real. So you take a detour, and that's what I did. Gang banging, selling dope, trying to figure out the ins and outs of what you gonna become. Going to jail, seeing niggas getting murdered, seeing niggas go to prison for life. You start thinking like, shit, is there something else? Or is this it? You know what I'm saying? Some niggas who get stuck on this is it, they get deeper into it. And then you get niggas who feel like, man, it's got to be something else because I'm tired of going to jail
Right.
every 3 months. I'm tired of doing this. I'm tired of doing that. So my position was the last time I went to jail and I had to sit on house arrest for like 3, 4 months. And it gave me an opportunity to do something else, which was music. So I started listening to music, started listening to, at the time we didn't have too much West Coast influence rap. So
Who's you bumping?
I would listen to a lot of East Coast shit.
Okay.
If you grew up a true hip hop connoisseur, then you listen to East Coast. So I grew up listening to, of course, UTFO. I grew up listening to fucking Run DMC. I grew up listening to fucking Treacherous 3, early LL Cool J, Kumo D, Eric B. and Rakim, EPMD, Big Daddy Kane. I grew up listening to shit like MC Shan, Marley Marl,
Yes,
you
indeed.
know. I mean, because on the West Coast, we didn't have too much. That was out. We might have niggas who was underground and shit like that, but as far as, commercial success, like it was going down in New York, we really didn't have that. So I listened to a lot of them niggas. And then, we started getting our little buzz, we had, Sir Mix-a-Lot came along. And then, fucking Toddy T came along with the Batarang. And then Mixmaster Spade came along. And then, then my nigga Too Short came along. And then next thing you know, we start building our foundation.
24/7, 12 months a year, 365. 65.